I'm Roger Mader with Ampersand. Today we're going to explore the 9 strategies you need to bring together to integrate in a seamless whole to optimize growth. We're going to use a case study. The Taj Hotel is the jewel in the crown of the Taj Hotel Group, part of the Tata Group, one of the most important and impressive consortium business groups in all of India. They sought to optimize growth and turned to C.K. Prahalad, professor of business strategy at the University of Michigan. His book, The Fortune at the Bottom of the Pyramid, discussed how you could eradicate poverty by creating profitable markets, basically optimizing the capitalist intent to achieve great social outcomes. He was called to Tata to talk to the group about what they could do to expand their growth. He turned to the young group of executives and he asked them to come to the window. They were meeting in the Taj Hotel and looking out over the plaza below, asked them what they saw. And of course, they proudly called out their fellow Indian citizens. And he said, "How much does a room at this hotel cost per night, on average?" And the answer was something in the range of $400 per night. And he said, "What is the rate that the average Indian domestic traveler would be able to afford in Mumbai?" The answer, $26 a night, 1/20th of the cost of a room at the Taj Hotel. And Prahalad turned to the group and said, "I give you a challenge. You are going to design a hotel for $26 a night that provides for your fellow Indian domestic travelers in the millions per year who would be your largest market, your proudest market, your domestic market of fellow citizens. And for $26 a night, I'm not talking about setting up camp in a tent. We're talking about first world accommodations. I want to see clean bedding, individual toilets. I want to see a flat screen TV on the wall. You have 6 weeks." And with that, Prahalad left. And when he returned, he was confronted by a young woman who had been nominated as the head of the group, who stepped forward and he said, "Well, have you accomplished it?" He did not tolerate fools and was not expecting much. And she, of course, had to confess that no, they did not. And he began to dive into a litany of complaints about how there was insufficient ambition and aspiration among the group. When she said, well, Professor, we did come in with an answer, but the lowest we could get it was $27 per night. So he asked her to proceed in sharing their plans, and she showed him rooms that would end up looking very like this, including, you'll note, the flat screen TV, air conditioning, in-room toiletry. Here's a lobby and a dining area. But one of the things that you will not see in these photographs are staff. Because in order to optimize for price, the Taj Hotel Group created Ginger, a hotel for self-service. You check in at a kiosk, you serve yourself food from vending machines and use microwave ovens, and the entire facility can be manned by a single staff member who does everything from making sure that the coin works in the laundromat to replenishing food and changing sheets, etc. Ginger has subsequently become, at $27 a night US, the fastest growing and most profitable brand in the Tata Hotel Group, and experienced 12.5% growth in a period when most hotel groups were contracting, going into the first wave of the global recession of 2007. Let's summarize what the Taj Hotel strategy accomplished. First, their project objective and the specific goal was to add 12% growth in Taj Hotel Group from unserved markets within 3 years. The challenge then, the success they defined, was to accommodate domestic overnight travelers in major cities of India at an economic price point, the target of $26. That's the challenge they gave for themselves. That is a strategic choice. They could have chosen to go after other international travelers as they targeted elsewhere, but they felt that this would be an incredibly important area and rich opportunity for them, and that no one else had more right to win in this space than the Taj Hotel Group. Their strategy? Offer only valued attributes at good enough, meaning C-grade, transit junctures with tech-enabled low cost at scale, meaning you needed to create a huge platform so that you could spread the economies across the standard template, that you needed to be at the junctures of travel that mattered to domestic travelers, which was often train depots in major metropoli and second-tier cities. And the offering had to be good enough. It wasn't going to be Taj Hotel grade materials. Their strategic hypothesis is to invite the guests to help themselves. It was as simple an act as inviting us to clear our own tray, to select our own rooms, to make our own meals. Putting all 9 strategies together, they exceeded their goal at 12.5% growth, and growth at scale, by the way. I mean, that's incredible across a hotel group as big as they are and Tata Group as large as it is. Running through, relative to the competition, they were winning an unaddressed domestic market. I'll go across the top first. They conceived an innovation to attract the extreme user, the bottom of the pyramid. Now, it's really the middle of the pyramid, but the bottom of the domestic travel market for hotels. Their acquisition was to license the self-service technology. They could have built their own, but it was cheaper and easier to acquire that element of their strategy. When they did segmentation, they chose to serve India's overnight business travelers. So this wasn't really for family travelers. This was for 1 and 2 night stays of overnight business travelers. Their efficiency strategy was to streamline labor through design of the hotel format standards and by implementing technology, self-service technologies in effect. And their channel through that was on the street, meaning that they were using traditional advertising vehicles, channels like billboards that were available to the target market. At the offering level, they were positioning the best for least. Their brand was that you deserve better, help yourself, which was very in keeping with India's mentality of self-developed growth at the time. And their communication message was a shared understanding, conveying the national pride that the Taj Hotel Group and Taj in general, or Tata in general, had already accomplished. Your 9 strategies are simply about making hard choices, determined choices, and informed choices. Remember that no choice means no strategy. I'm Roger Mayer with Ampersand. Thanks very much.